Good morning. I got my coffee going here. It is a beautiful Monday, which is really nice. I actually spent the last few days in Harrison Hot Springs, which is a nice resort town, just a little bit outside of Vancouver. I got to ride there with my buddies on our bikes, and literally it's like most prestigious mountain view top hot springs resort that you could possibly see. And you know, it kind of actually rolls into the topic that we're going to talk about today, which is your family and your friends inside of business. This is actually one of the number one reasons or concerns that most people have when starting a business is, how are the people that know me, like me, trust me the most, how are they going to react to it? Is it going to be open arms and wow, we're so excited to see, you actually get outside your comfort zone and do something new? Or is it the crab in the bucket, which a lot of us is the reason or what we're expecting to happen? And I know personally, one of my biggest, the most resistance I had when starting my business was, what will people think? And not even really, I guess, what people would think, but what would I think about myself? So first of all, let's talk about family and friends in general. It's incredibly important that you have support in your life. You know, a lot of people go, I hear this all the time. I don't care, man. I'm just going to tough it out. I'm just going to do it. And I don't really care if my wife or my husband or, whoever, my support staff, if they care. And, there's a lot of honor in that. But as a coach, I have three main rules. Number one, you must have a computer or a strong internet connection. That's number one. Number two is you must have a minimum of 1 to 2 hours a day to work at your business. And number three, and the most important one, is you must have a supportive spouse. It is a lot harder to climb a mountain on your own than it is to do it with a Sherpa, right? Like if you're going to go climb K2 or Mount Everest, you don't go by yourself. You go with someone who's already kind of, done it or who's already traveled the route. Now, when you do this with a coach and you start a new business, there's a lot of things that you're going to be doing that you probably haven't done before yet. And more likely than less, you're going to have a little bit of, I don't want to call it anxiety, but you're not 100% sure every time you do something new. So when you start a new business, the number one thing that we get is, I don't want to be in a pyramid, which is really ironic considering 99% of people that we talk to are coming out of jobs. And a job is something that you go to, you are at the bottom of the pyramid. It is very hard for you to work your way up. Yet when you start a new business, it's actually you building down. So people always get this in their head, I don't want to be a part of a pyramid scheme. It's like, well, you're not part of a pyramid scheme if you don't see value in the company and the products and the coaching. Then you don't ever need to worry about it, because we don't build up, we build down. We build across. This is an apprenticeship program. And the only way you get on our team or you do anything that we do is by seeing value in our product and wanting to do the same thing. So, there's never any like twisting of arms or any of that sort of stuff. But as you're going to friends and family, this thing is always going to be coming up. The main concern or the main reason why people feel this way is because in a traditional, a pyramid scheme, which there are pyramid schemes out there and they are a strictly financial. You pay $5,000, you pay $10,000, is a strict investment, and eventually you get paid out some dollar amount, whether it's $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, sometimes it's $40,000. And that is a pyramid scheme, and those are completely legit. They're illegal. If you ever see a pyramid scheme and you don't get a product and someone is getting fucked on the bottom, then yes, do your due diligence and call that out. But inside of a company like ours, a company like Enagic, it is an apprenticeship program. And so the feeling of, I don't want my friends and family to know what I'm doing comes from a place of not feeling like you are enough, because the person you are today, right now, is not the person that is going to be making $5 or $10 or $50,000 a month online. So the mindset actually changes before the money comes in, and this is the biggest aha moment for most people, because they always go, oh, I don't want my friends and family. No, I don't want to bug my friends and family. It's like, you won't be bugging your friends and family being the person you are right now. You're going to read some books. You're going to set some goals. You're going to mastermind with a team. You're going to reverse engineer a plan. You're going to come prepared so you know exactly what it is you're doing and how it works and how you can benefit people. And then you can go talk to friends and family, because then if they come to you and say, hey, this is a pyramid scheme, you're educated enough to say, no, check this out. If you're willing to have an open mind, I can show you a way of making income online instead of basically trading your time for money, which is what your mom and dad did. It's what your grandpa did. It's what your great grandpa did. Now we live in 2021. There is no reason you have to work like we did back in the industrial age of trading time for money. Right? So this is a new skill set. It's just like cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. It's something new that is coming over and it's taking control of where the future is going. And if this is like the cold hard truth, if you don't make a change, you are going to get stuck back in the industrial way of working. And guess what? No one cares about your life as much as you. So if you can't adopt a different mindset, then you're always going to be stuck in the same place. And this is the thing that blows most people away, because I was stuck for 7 years looking at this business. This is from like 2009 to like 2015-ish. 2008 to 2015. I watched my friends do this. I said it was a scam. I said it was too good to be true. I said no one would buy these things. I called them crazy. And to be honest, it wasn't because... It was because I was scared that I would give up on myself. And this is where a lot of this sort of feeling comes from. Yes, it's maybe your friends and family will call you crazy. My mom, was all on board and supportive. But my dad literally wrote me this giant letter on like, oh, people are going to come to your house. They're going to be looking for their money back. I found this product and this product and this product that is, a different price and like all of this sort of bullshit. And like, here I am, 35 years old, been in business for 6 years, make multiple six figures online. And my dad still goes to work every day or 3 days a week to make side money. But this is because of the mindset, right? He doesn't understand that you don't need to go be a fireman or paint or, do this traditional work for money anymore. You can provide value to people. Like every single thing that I've learned because somebody else before me has went and figured it out. That there's two ways to get ahead in life. Number one, trial and error, right? Go try something out, see if it works. If it works, awesome. If it doesn't, adjust and try again. And the second is listen to coaches and mentors. Get around people that have already done what you want to do and simply ask them for help. So for the longest time, my dad thought, oh, you're never going to be able to figure this out. I don't know if he didn't believe in me enough or whatever the case is, but this is what I got from like my family. But I knew deep down inside that if I locked arms with my coach, that I would struggle. I know I would always struggle, because if you weren't struggling, then you would have already known this stuff, and you've already known how to do this stuff. You probably would have already done it. So at the end of the day, it's like there's always going to be an uphill battle, but do you have the support network? And this is where a lot of our friends, especially our family, our moms, our dads, our grandmas, our grandpas, they're worried about if we're going to be able to make it, or if we're going to have the support, and they're trying to save us. Especially, I know I might be put myself out there, but the moms get very protective, because the moms are the safety nets. They're the ones that, make sure the families are safe and make sure there's food on the table. And they're the ones generally are a little bit more conservative, where guys are more hunters. We're more ready to take risks and get out there and to do the things that need to be done. So there's always this healthy balance that you need to find between production and keeping food on the tables and the lights on. But move over here. But the facts are the same. Is if you want to have something different in your life, you need to start doing something different. Now, whether that is working online or going back to college, university, or learning how to invest, or whatever the case is, if you have somebody that is willing to coach you through the process, then as you're growing as a person, everyone around you will see your stock go up. So we always hear this at the start. Oh, well, I don't want my friends and family to call me crazy, or I could never go up and sell to people I don't know. And it's like, but you're looking at this from the perspective of the person you are today. So let's fast forward like 3 months. And let's say you've read Jordan Peterson's book, or you've read Extreme Ownership by Jocko Willink, or you've read Life Without a Bank. These are all different skill sets, right? And as you're growing as a person, you start to feel better. It's like, imagine you were going to go fight MMA. And you walk into a gym and you're like, hey, listen, I've never thrown a punch in my life. I don't think I could fight. You're probably right? Like, the person you are walking into a gym most likely isn't going to be the person that's big enough, strong enough, fast enough, coordinated, has the skill set. But if you start going to that gym, if you treated working out and your training just like your job puts food on your table, it's that high on your priority list, and you trained every day for a month, how much further ahead do you think you could be in 30 days? You'd probably have some skills. You'd have your foundation down. You maybe get some timing down. You'd be working on your cardio. You'd be working on your strength. It's the exact same thing in business. So if you are a little bit nervous about getting started in business, think about a month or 3 months or 6 months or a year down the road. You're going to be a completely different person. So what we do online, the reason why we are such a fast growing business and company is because we can target people through Facebook ads, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, LinkedIn, whatever the case is. Find people outside of our circle, right? Start building a little bit of emotion. Start building some relationship with people that don't know you. This is the best thing in the world. Like, I just saw someone jump on. John most likely lives in the United States. Never met him before. But I can find people who are just like me that want the same things in life. I knew at about 19, 20 years old, I'm like, I'm probably not going to be a millionaire. Not on my own anyways. I never went to college, university. I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I was like, $1 million a year is a lot of money. $500,000 a year is a lot of money. $250 or $100,000 a year is a lot of money for a normal person trading time for money. You eventually top out. Blue collar guy, grew up around firemen, didn't go to college, university. What were the chances of me being able to make $1 million a year? I was like, let's be real. It probably ain't going to happen for me by myself. But I knew that if I could find enough people who, like me, knew that they could do more with their life and just could work as a team, I knew I could make it no problem. So I needed to learn the skills. How can I become a better man? How can I become stronger, faster, more dialed in, more disciplined? What are the things that other people are looking for? What improvements do you want to make in your life? Where do you slip, right? Is it your diet? Is it your exercise? Is it your reading? Is it physical fitness? Is it your mental stability? Is it your tech skills? Is it copywriting? Is it speech? Is it communication? What are the things that the people that I'm going to run into, what is it that you need to learn? I'm going out and I'm taking the time every single day to dial myself in to learn new skills so I could pass on this information. So I want to be the engine at the front of the train, empowering everybody who wants to lock arms with me. And my goal is to train you to become the same sort of powerhouse. Like, for instance, this book here. Actually, I'm going to show you the book that most guys need. It's called To Be a Man. This book alone changed the way that I look at my life. Because for the longest time, I grew up, like I said, in a bunch of firemen, roughneck, blue-collar guys. And I brought my shame and my guilt and my insecurities and all of this stuff I was dragging into business with me. And for a lot of guys, having emotions or having the feelings of guilt and shame, we just push them in the shadow. We're like, we're going to stick this shit in the closet. We're going to put this stuff under the bed. We're tucking this where nobody else can see it. Because you know, deep down inside, all of those things that you have inside of you that you don't love, that you just push away. And this is a normal thing, and everybody does it. But you cannot become that amazing person. You can't become the $100,000 a month earner or the $1 million a year earner or the person that flies around in private planes and does all this stuff and impacts the world if you can't get over your own shit. And if you can get over your own shit, guess what? Your friends, your family, your coworkers, all of these people around you, you just stop caring what they think because you know that you've proven to yourself that you can learn and grow as a human being. That's what we're scared of. Most people are scared to stay in the exact same position. Imagine a year goes by and you've done nothing. You get a year older. You're another year around the sun and you've gotten nowhere with your life. You haven't read any books. You haven't learned any skills. Imagine coming out of COVID and not being anything different than where you were before. In fact, most people will probably go backwards. If you're not learning new skills, you're not investing, you're not starting a business, you're not trying to give yourself a better chance of getting ahead in this world. Because I don't know if you've noticed, but this COVID thing, we don't even know if life's going to go back to the way it was. And if it does, it'll be years away. Years away. So we have this chunk of time to start processing our limiting beliefs. Start getting rid of that sort of bullshit that holds us back. The things that, don't empower you. And getting into a daily method of operation. What I do for people is I don't send things into space. I sit down and I say, all right, man, let's take a look at your life. Where are you strong? Where are you weak? And where do you need to grow the most? We take your day. We start planning out chunks of your day and reverse engineering the actions you need to take to get you to your goal. We make one day amazing and repeat it over and over and over and over and over again. You don't care what your mom says. You don't care what your dad says. You don't care what your friends say. You don't care what your best friend says. You don't care what your coworkers say. You stick to your plan. And you do the things you need to do every single day. And then you prove to your family. You prove to your friends that you can do this. You don't need to go to your friends and family at the start. You don't need anybody's permission. You don't need anybody's acceptance. You don't need anything other than a little faith and belief in yourself. A good coach and a good opportunity. A little bit of patience does help as well. But I'm telling you, if you believe in yourself, don't let anybody ever tell you that you can't do what you want to do with your life. Because if you're anything like me, time is ticking. I am not a spring chicken anymore. I don't feel like I have my entire life ahead of me. Like I know I do, but when I was 18, 20, 22, 23 years old, I always felt like, some amazing thing's just going to happen in my life. Something's just going to fall from the sky. I'm going to get, I'll be a famous singer, or I'll be a famous athlete or whatever. I'll get discovered or something amazing was going to happen. 30 years old came around and never happened. I didn't make the NHL. I'm not a famous singer. I'm not acting in movies. So it all came down to me. What am I, Kevin Melnick, willing to do? Am I willing to go for it? Am I willing to push all in on myself? Or am I going to listen to every single other person who didn't bet on themselves? Why would I do that? I've always dreamt of being successful. Like I said, when I hit 20 years old, I'm like, I don't think I'm going to invent some crazy, new invention thing that's going to change the world. But I did know that I could find enough people who, like me, wanted greatness in their lives, that wanted to impact the world, that wanted to be known as somebody who left the world a better place, who could build a legacy, who could pass on just value to people. Everything I've learned in these books is just information. But if I can't share it with people, then the information only goes one step. And that's exactly why I started this group, is to help people who felt like me, who could do way more. But like, where do you go to learn this stuff? They don't have, a university or college class on like, hey, online entrepreneurship and how to get over all of your limiting beliefs and how to focus on you and your problems. You need to sit down with a coach. You need someone who cares about you, someone who wants to see you do well. And then you can sit down and say, hey, you know what, Kev? I have this problem, this problem, this problem, this problem, this problem. I'm really good over here. How can I help? Have an outside perspective, help you try to manage your life. I did not get to where I am because I figured all this out on my own. I had my coach. Hey, B, every day, where's this next sale go? What book do I read? What skill do I learn? I'm having troubles. What would you recommend? And I just consistently got better and better and better and better every single day. And guess what? A year later, my dad owns a machine now. And he absolutely loves the product. My mom, my aunt, my cousin, my sister, my girlfriend's sister, every single person that I know, like, and trust, all of my closest friends and family are all involved in my business in one way or another, even though almost every single one of them called me crazy. But then you make a $10,000 a month or a $20,000 a month or a $30,000 or a $40,000 a month, and you're living at home and you're enjoying the sun, and you get to ride your Harley and take your dogs to the park, and you get to live around your life. And then everyone goes, wow, it wasn't the pyramid scheme. It wasn't the business. It was this person's hard work. It was their commitment and dedication to their cause. It was their vision and their discipline and their patience that got them to the point where you can make your own decisions. You can do any business. You can sell can openers. You can sell dog food. You can sell TVs. You can sell life insurance. The process is the same. It's figure out how to make your day as efficient as possible and discipline yourself to do those acts every single day, and then prove to your friends and prove to your family and prove to yourself that you can do it. And once you've crested that hill, you become so valuable, everybody will be coming to you for advice. Hey man, have you ever invested into this? Hey man, have you ever looked into that? Hey, what would you say about this business opportunity? People are going to start coming to you because they know you're a free thinker, because you have earned the ability to say that I'm an entrepreneur. I am smart enough to take a look at information. I have the resources. I have the community to be able to take something and to make a decision based on values opposed to impulses and emotions, which is generally where people go to. 99% of people aren't in business because they're scared to fail. They're scared to give up on themselves. It is so frustrating to see good quality people with heart and vision and pride and all of this sort of stuff. They don't even try because they're scared to give up on themselves. And this is the number one thing that I focus on, because I was like you. I was the person for 7 years saying it's too good to be true, it's never going to work. I know what it's like to go through these emotions of not feeling good enough and not knowing enough, and having your dad tell you that you're crazy, having friends call you, say that you're in a pyramid scheme and say that's never going to work, only for them 5 years later to be calling you when the oil field crashes, or calling you when they lost their job in COVID, saying, hey man, I would really like to learn how to make some more money on the side, or I would really like to learn how to save money on income tax. Because if you're a homeowner or you rent and you have a car payment and you have a cell bill and you have internet and you have electricity and you have medical insurance, you have property taxes, you have all of these things that are going out of your bank every single month. A very, very simple procedure can show you how to take all of your personal expenses and turn them into business expenses to save thousands and thousands of dollars a year. And this is simple math. but most people don't even know where to go. But I guarantee you, if you are brave enough to start your business and you're brave enough to stick it out, all of the people, all of the haters, all of the doubters, they're going to come looking for you because you have proven to yourself that you're a winner and that you know you deserve more and you're willing to go outside your comfort zone to get it. So the moral of the story is your friends and your family members. The support is very, very, very important. And if you don't have that support, you're always going to feel like you're by yourself, and you do not want to feel like you're by yourself in this business. Yes, you have me. I will always be here for you. I'm your coach. I'm your mentor. If you lock arms with me, I will be by your side in this business for the rest of the time. I'm not going anywhere. I put my heart and soul. This is my legacy. This is where I'm leaving my impact. And if you want this bad enough and you stick around people that are on the exact same path as you, and you give it a month or 3 months or 6 months, you'll be able to go to your friends. You'll be able to show your family, look at what I've learned. Look at who I've become. Look at my goals. This is the direction I'm going. This isn't a joke. And if you prove to yourself, you can prove it to anybody else. And I'm telling you, most of your friends and family would love to support you deep down inside if it makes sense. And you have proven to the universe that you're going to go after it and that you're not going to quit and you're really going to become the leader that you could be. You are doing everybody a service. All of your closest friends, all of your closest family, you can be the person, you can be that catalyst for everyone else's change. Imagine being that person that impacts your entire community. All of your friends, all of your family members, they have somewhere to go to. All of the people that are struggling just like yourself, all of the people that feel like we did back in high school of like, oh, I really want to do something with my life, but I don't know where to go. I don't know who to reach out to. You can be that person. That's why I do this business. Beyond the money, beyond the time freedom, is to be someone of value. So I can pass on all of this information, all of these books I've read, so I can pass on even just a little slight sliver of knowledge that makes your life a little better. The little golden nugget that you can pass on to that next generation. What legacy are you leaving? What are you doing for the people around you? What are you doing for yourself and your family? Are you doing the things necessary to get yourself ahead and to be able to help other people? Or are you staying in the sidelines? Are you in the shadows, scared of making the wrong decision? I'm telling you, not making a decision is the wrong decision. Just do it one way or another. But get a coach, reach out, ask for help, grow a relationship, figure out what needs to be done, and just go after it. I made $10,390 in my very first 6 weeks in my business in 2015. And I didn't do it because I was some special guru. I just had tenacity. And I went to my entire friends and my family. I said, hey guys, come look at this. This is where I'm going. This is what I'm doing. This is how it's going to work. These are the people I'm working with. If you want some, come with me. And everyone went, yeah, because doing this 9 to 5 sucks. No one wants to do that. So again, be brave. Be that person that starts the snowball effect of positivity in your circle. Reach out to me. Let's have a conversation. Let's figure out where you want to be. Where are you now? Where do you want to be? Let's reverse engineer a plan. I'll give you some tips and tricks and take it one step at a time. How do you need to eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Be patient with yourself. And I promise you, all of your friends and all of your family will come running to you once you've gotten yourself situated and you have a plan, because that's what most people are looking for. They're just looking for a plan. So I hope you enjoy your day. It's beautiful out here in Vancouver. Just about to hit the gym, get my day started. But again, if you have any questions, reach out to me. I love to help you out. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm doing this. I know you have it in you. I know you have the potential. All you need to do is find yourself a coach, an opportunity, and get to work. Enjoy your day. We'll see you on Wednesday for another Wealthy Wednesday. Cheers.